So Instagram today is a completely different platform from what we knew it to be. A couple of years ago, if you posted a great photo, then you could go viral. But today, not so much. You have to post reels to get any type of traction on your page. But for the ladies who still want to post a great photo or just post their general vibe and aesthetic, today I'm breaking down the content formula of someone who still goes viral with their photos and their content in general. So today I'm doing a content breakdown of fashion designer / influencer Shateria. What's going on, people? This is Shy Harris, and over the last couple of months, I've seen a lot of people complain about the Instagram algorithm, where you have to post all these reels, you got to do all these trendy things, these dances, these dance challenges, and people hate it.
4 thumbs down.
People hate it. I post a reel every day and it becomes a lot after a while. There used to be a time when you could actually just post a great photo and your page would do numbers, right? But not so much anymore. And so a lot of those influencers who got away with posting just photos have slowly started to fade away. But there's one influencer who's still popping out here, and I'm talking about Shateria. If you don't know who she is, you definitely need to follow her page. As a man, I see her page and like, yo, this looks beautiful. Like, everything is shot beautifully. It's a vibe. The aesthetic is awesome. So over the last week or so, I've actually studied her page. I went through her page, looked through her photos, looked through everything that she actually puts out. And after going through her page, I was actually able to find 3 things that I've noticed that she actually does that has led to her page still going viral with only posting photos and, you know, a little bit of video, but mostly photos. So let's go ahead and get into it. So point 1 is that she posts pretty consistently. So just by going through her page, I still see that she posts about every 2 to 3 days, and sometimes every day for a while. This is important because no matter who you are, you have to post consistently. You still have to give your audience something that they can come to your page to. And what I'm seeing that she's actually doing is, anytime she's in a location, she definitely takes a lot of photos. But she will actually spread those photos out over the course of, you know, a couple of days or a couple weeks. Because I've seen a couple photos that started in April 1st that had an outfit on. And then probably by the end of April, first part of May, she put out another photo with a different angle, but still the same outfit. And that was probably at the beginning of May. So I hate to be a bearer of bad news for everybody that's very inconsistent with their posting, but the only way you're going to be able to do this or be able to, you know, grow your page is to be consistent. And so that's the main thing that she's doing, is she's very consistent. The second thing that I noticed is that she's actually utilizing 3 specific things: location, fashion, and just overall vibe. Vibe is a very catchy word, but you know a vibe when you see a vibe. So as far as location, she travels a lot. So you can see her in Colombia, you can see her in Europe, you can see her in Africa, or she could be in Baltimore, where she's from. But when she travels a lot, you're able to see her in different settings. So one of my content creator hacks is, anytime you're somewhere completely different from where you're normally at, it's always good to kind of get a lot of content there, because you never know when you're coming back, and just by you traveling, it puts your content on a different level. People perceive your content on a different level because you're always on the move, you're always somewhere new. So they perceive that as you got it, you got money, you're wealthy, or you at least just enjoying your life, and that makes them want to tune in a little bit more. So always produce content when you're in different locations. So like I said, she travels a lot. She is a fashion designer, so a lot of the clothes that she's wearing looks good. Like, you can tell that she works out, but her clothes look good as well. So that's another thing. Make sure that your clothes and the outfits that you put together look good, because that's going to help everything else stand out. And as far as vibe, her page just has a vibe and aesthetic to it. So when you go there, you can see pictures of, she might post a photo of her nails that's going to do good, but it also matches her aesthetic. You can see little short videos that she does that, you know, feels like her. The music that she posts, or the music that she actually uses for her videos, is very vibey. It fits who she is. So even though I'm a big fan of using trending sounds when you're actually doing videos, but if your page is more vibe and aesthetic than, you know, functional, then definitely just find the music that you actually like, and the music that means something to you, and actually use that for your videos. She does all from the camera angles to the types of shots, the types of videos, the types of photos they do. It all fits a certain aesthetic that is masterfully done. And then the last thing is her content is pretty simple. So I feel like most creators or most up and coming creators feel like to put out good content, it has to be something that's done over the top. But that's far from the case, right? Like, you don't have to be over the top. Her content is very simple. It's just good, clean photos. Just by looking at the photos, I don't even think she actually does it with a camera. These look like straight off the iPhone. She probably put it in VSCO or Lightroom or, you know, some other, you know, photo app. And she just edits it that way. Like, they all have the same vibe and aesthetic to it. Vibe and aesthetic is gonna be the name of this episode. And one of the things that makes her stand out right now anyway is because since nobody is really posting photos anymore, since she's one of the only people that still post photos, it makes her stand out. So if you're interested in still posting photos on your page, it needs to be something that stands out. It doesn't have to be anything crazy over the top. It could be very simple, but it needs to have a certain vibe and aesthetic to it.